Hey, it's Anna with the Eugene Environmental Film Festival. We have a tremendous event at Wow Hall August 22nd at 7 p.m. We have an uncut version of Pickaxe. Our first year we screened Pickaxe, and we're coming around to screen it again uncut. And I'm about to do an interview with co-director Tim Lewis.
Warner Creek for me was a huge transition in my life. And I was being yanked up there in this big RV because I had a camera, and I was going down Franklin Boulevard, sitting at the top of the UV and seeing all these lights at night on Franklin Boulevard. And I just knew that my life was never going to be the same. It was just this understanding that things are changing. And they did. And I was primarily a video guy, a video producer. I wasn't an activist. I wasn't an anarchist. I didn't even know what a vegan was, you know? And I always thought fire needs to be put out, you know? That's just the way I grew up, third generation Oregonian and everything. But so I got up there on this 33-mile hike and videotaped the shit out of this hike and got to know the people at Warner Creek, who were probably primary in the defense of that burn forest, and got to know them and got to really, I guess, love them. And I realized the kind of story that I wanted to tell was not an objective story, like I'm going to go talk to the Forest Service, I'm going to talk to the cops, I'm going to talk to the activists. No, I just decided to go gonzo and embed myself into that subculture. And I did, and I've sort of been stuck in it ever since.
Can you speak to the other co-director?
Well, I met Tim Ream on that 33-mile hike, and yeah, I remember that big time, because I saw this cat and I knew he was somebody I wanted to follow and interview. He's dynamic, strong personality, very clear in the way he spoke, and it was perfect for someone who was trying to get the story on their camera. And so I ended up following him on this hike, and he was a competitive son of a bitch. And so he took off, like, let's see if this son of a bitch can stay up with me. And I'm competitive. And so we ripped through those trails faster than hell. And I knew he was testing me. And so I appreciated that, because I like that kind of challenge, and he was throwing something out there at me. And if it wasn't for Tim, I don't think, you know, this Pickaxe Uncut or even the original would be done. But also it wouldn't be done with all the footage I shot and all the effort we all put in.
Sounds like a collaborative effort to make this project happen.
It was a totally collaborative effort.
What can you say about the uncut version versus the version that's been released?
Well,
and what's so special about this event on August 22nd?
Well, I think Pickaxe, the way Tim and I put Pickaxe together, the original, is that we were trying to reach not just the activist crowd, we were trying to reach middle America. And Tim Ream sort of like was the narrator throughout the original, because Tim Ream is easily accepted by more easily accepted by middle America. And that's what we were hoping to reach. People who weren't
extreme,
you know, or just would listen, you know, to somebody like Tim instead of Madrone or other people who were just edgier and more radical. Maybe not more radical, but not as presentable. And so that's why we went with Tim in the original Pickaxe, but the uncut Pickaxe does not have Tim as the narrator throughout it. It has like Madrone at the beginning, and there's lots of other actions that weren't in the original Pickaxe because we had to cut this thing to a 90-minute video, so we could get it on PBS. And so we had an uncut version that was 115 minutes, and this that we both liked. And I know the activists in the Warner Creek world liked it best, but we cut it down to 93 minutes with Tim as a narrator.
And so what's the uncut version? What is the final time on the uncut version?
The final time is somewhere around 115 minutes.
Okay.
So it's about 20 minutes longer.
Yeah.
And there might be other things that are cut out of the original. So maybe there's maybe 20, 30, 25 minutes of footage that people have not seen.
And what do you hope the audience gains from that 25 minutes?
Well, for us in that moment in time, 30 years ago, we still had this feeling up at Warner on the mountain or down here in the Whitaker and Eugene that the world was still up for grabs. And then we could make a change, and we could fucking change that. And we felt that, and we felt like that crack in that system could happen here. Why can't it happen here? It's got to happen somewhere. And so at that time we felt that power, and all that power came down to Eugene, and lots of things developed from that. Eugene Cop Watch, Cascadia Alike, Cascadia Media Collective, zines up the ass, free school, all sorts of things happened because of that victory on the hill. And the one thing that a lot of us don't have are victories in this world of trying to protect Mother Nature. And this is one place, that we had a victory. And I was fortunate enough to be able to be at the right place at the right time to tell that story.
I'm excited to see the uncut version with everyone else. And is there anything else you'd like to add about your experience up there? Or are you going to tell folks when they get there?
Well,
do we need to leave some juice for the screen?
I think mostly I'm going to let the video tell that story. And sure, there's some things that activism and group thinking and things like that have bothered me over the decades. But I'll leave that for when I get around the table and with some of these people that we still love each other because of that time we had at Warner Creek, even though we have differences.
I love that. Why can't we just speak to that on August 22nd? And we hope to see you all there.
Better be. Cascadia Free State. Cascadia Free State. Come on, babies.
Cascadia rising! Cascadia Free State!